Biology students, we are on our week 16 video. This is our last week before winter break. I hope you're all excited about that. I know I like the cozy feeling of turning my computer off and taking a break at this time of year. So let's go through what we have going on this week, how grades will go out. I guess I can pull up one of the things where you see what I want to do. So I want to review what you have to do in week 16. I want to make sure you understand that I have to send semester 1 grades in. I do have one option for extra credit. I'll talk about that. And then we're going to talk about our fear of snakes, and you're going to do a little bit of College Board practice with learning theory. So this week's work, you have the video assignment from today. You're going to do an applying learning concept map. There's a unit project where you're going to get to practice using what you've learned in this unit. You'll notice that I'm trying to make it be so that I'll work on these settings, that you can start this project and then you can go on to do this choosing your review of cumulative 1 and do the cumulative review assessment and then come back and finish the project by Sunday if you'd like. Obviously you have till Sunday for everything, but I hope you see this earlier in the week because this does take a little bit of time. And your extra credit assignment is something you can work on. It's a behavior modification plan, so to take what you've learned in learning theory and decide what you want to change. This is something, again, that takes some time. So I do have it open until we come back from break. And there's no extensions for this one. This is just, you got to get it done. And how is it going to work on extra credit? I just want to be clear for this is that it'll bump, there's 3 letter steps for every grade. So there's A+, A minus, B+, B minus. And so so that the extra credit is kind of fair for everyone. If you have a B, you can bump yourself up to a B+. If you have a C minus, you can improve to a C. So for everyone, this could take your semester grade up 1 notch on that 3-notch scale. In terms of your semester 1, what I will do is there's some of you who are working behind and who have asked for extensions. So our week ends, on December 14th. Mrs. Irene has she asks all Blue Tent teachers to send semester 1 grade emails no later than December 19th. So I will give you until December 17th to get caught up. And this is for some of you, this is going to be really challenging because you're not working, just 1 week behind. So whatever we've discussed in terms of the reduction for your grades, because you've had a plan and you've been asking for extensions, the 17th is the last date. And then I have to send out semester 1 grades. If you do the extra credit, I will send a second email after you turn in that assignment. So if it bumps up your grade, then I'll send a second email. But this is kind of good because then you can see what your semester 1 grade is. You can always see your grades, by the way, right? You can go to the grade book, but you'll decide, do I want to do the extra credit or I don't want to do the extra credit. All right, so that gets us to the week's work, semester 1 grades, extra credit. So I have my jokes, you see. Watch what I can make the Pavlov do. As soon as I drool, he'll smile and write in his little book. Right? And we have a rat here, says, will press lever for food. Right? And this one, every time I wash the dishes, my girlfriend puts on ESPN. Is she behaviorizing me again? Which is kind of funny that the behaviorism becomes a behaviorizing, right? To change it to a verb. All right, so I have a question for you. Who is afraid of snakes? I know they're not my favorite thing, and that I would have a reaction if I saw one that I would try to get away from it. So let's take a minute, maybe write down in your notebook, are we born afraid of snakes, right? What do you think? Is this something that we're really afraid of or not? And let's watch these babies. I have this video, I hope right here, so we can see it full screen. Here we go.
Oh my God. Oh. Is this okay? Don't touch it. No, don't touch it. They don't seem that concerned at all, which is concerning me.
I know, it's unbelievable to see, isn't it?
Our infants aren't fussed about the snakes at all. They're far more interested in their toys. In fact, psychologists believe that along with heights, there's only one other fear that appears this early in our development. The fear of loud noises. All of the others, including the fear of snakes, are learned later.
Babies, even when they're very young, are very, very good at watching the eyes and the emotional expression of their caregivers. And so if something new or weird or different occurs, the child will often check in with their caregiver's face to go, is this something I need to worry about or not? And in that split second, if the caregiver shows fear, the child will often react with fear as well.
I wonder how the parents feel watching this.
This is set up to be very safe.
Okay.
These are trained snakes that are used to being with humans.
They're non-venomous?
They're non-venomous.
I'm sorry.
So once you've learned to fear them,
That's it.
it's an awful feeling.
But we start out like this.
Oh, we start
not
out
fearing
like
at all,
this.
touching it on the face.
Yeah, just no fear at all. She hasn't learned there's anything to worry about with snakes.
Now, being taught to be wary of animals like snakes is a useful life skill. Because some species can be dangerous. So if fears can be learned, is it possible to unlearn them too?
All right, so I hope you found that video as interesting as I did. I know if my baby was sitting there, that would be a very hard thing to watch. So, right? No, we're not born afraid of snakes. So here's your little assignment that you're going to turn in with this video. All right, so you can do this by yourself, or if you're working kind of alongside one of your classmates, I know a lot of you know each other and maybe you want to do this together, is explain using what you've learned about classical conditioning, operant conditioning, I should say, and or social learning theory to explain how these babies will develop a fear of snakes, because we almost all have it. All right, and then the second part of it is think about how you might help someone lose their fear of snakes. So it's the same thing with your partner or in a group or alone. Explain what you've learned about classical conditioning, operant conditioning, and social learning to help someone be like those babies again, right? With zero fear. What could you do? All right, and again, I'm not looking for perfection here. I'm really looking that you sketch out your ideas so that I kind of know you're writing it and you're not asking for help. This is, remember when we talk about this elaborate rehearsal to remember something, right? Go back through what you learned last week with classical conditioning, operant conditioning, social learning theory, so that you can write about this. All right, and the last thing you have to do this week is when you're done writing out you're reviewing those things to write out how babies become afraid of snakes, or how you might help an adult or a child not be afraid of snakes. Then hop over to the College Board and you'll see week 16 AP Psychology Learning Quiz, right? Just a way to go through and practice what you've done over these 2 weeks. And of course, if you get stuck with anything or need any help, let me know. I'm here to help you.